Today we are going to create an Xbar-R Control Chart together, also known as Xbar-Range Chart. For this hands-on example, we will use the SIGMADESK Control Chart Generator and we will learn all the fundamentals in a practical way. If you would like, you can create a free account at SIGMADESK and join me step by step. First, from the home page, I select the Control Chart Generator, which takes me directly to the simple interface. In a previous video, we covered the IMR chart, so for this video I will switch to the Xbar-R chart. The only thing I need to do is to copy and paste my dataset into spreadsheet, or load one of the control charts I saved earlier. I will go with the second option and I will load the chart that I saved earlier. From the chart options, I simply load my saved chart. You can also save, reload and modify your own charts anytime. Now our dataset is loaded and the Xbar-R chart has been visualized. Before we interpret the results, let's take a quick look at the theory behind this control chart type. Let's say I'm performing quality control in a manufacturing process, and for every production batch, I inspect the first 5 parts and record those measurements. So I organize the measurements into subgroups of 5. In previous video, when we discussed the eye chart, every individual measurement was plotted directly on the chart. Now, for each subgroup of 5 measurements, I calculate the average and plot those subgroup averages on the new chart. And this is called an Xbar chart. The center line is simply the average of all subgroup averages. Then we have the upper and lower control limits. Now let's move on to our chart. We again divided the measurements into subgroup of 5. Within each subgroup, the difference between the maximum and minimum value gives us the range. The chart that plots these ranges sequentially is called the R chart, and again the control limits, the average range and the center line. We are not going into details of how the control limits are calculated for Xbar and R chart in this video. If you would like to learn more about these calculations or how sigma is estimated specifically for these charts, you can check out the detailed control charts video. And of course, you don't have to know how they are calculated anyway to make these observations. SIGMADESK or statistical tools do the work for you for the calculations. But in case of curiosity, you may visit the video. Let's review on SIGMADESK now. Using Xbar and R charts together is extremely useful because they allow us to monitor 2 different types of variation. By the Xbar chart, the variation between subgroup averages, which reflects variation between batches in our example, and by the R chart, the variation within each subgroup, which reflects variation inside the batch. By separating these 2 sources of variation, we gain a much clearer understanding of overall process stability. Here in the Xbar chart, the center line, the upper and lower control limits, the total number of the data points, how many subgroup averages fall outside the control limits, and the estimated process standard deviation. Those are the main components of an Xbar chart. You can also look at violation patterns using the Western electric rules. There will be another video explaining the Western electric rules. Very essential and easy tool to analyze control chart data patterns. Now let's move on to the R chart. Here again, we can see the control limits, the average range as the center line, and the estimated process variation. And that's it. You have successfully created an Xbar-R chart. If you would like to practice on your own, you can try the tool yourself on SIGMADESK. And leave your question in the comments below and I will try to help you all. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.